Thank you, Chris. And our keynoter, without further ado, is Joe Galliani, who's going to tell us about his experiences speaking truth to power. Joe?
All right.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I just have to say that I love coming up here after a story about a peace group that pokes people with a sharp stick. That's my kind of peace group. Very briefly, I am the organizer of the South Bay 350 Climate Action Group, the South Bay Los Angeles 350 Climate Action Group. I'm also the chair of South Bay Clean Power, and we are in the process of working with the County of Los Angeles to build the nation's largest renewable power program and power all of Los Angeles County by 100% renewable power, with a goal of doing so in 10 years. So that's what I do. I'd like to talk about the right to petition government for redress of grievances, which you may have heard of. The right to petition government for redress of grievances is the right to make a complaint to or to seek the assistance of one's government without fear of punishment or reprisals. As a community organizer and a climate activist, I exercise this right every damn day. And I do it in every possible way that I can. Many times, this is the first step to bringing fundamental change that improves people's lives and delivers justice where it has long been denied. But often it feels like an empty and impotent gesture as the forces of evil prevail. But I remain undaunted, I remain determined, and I will be relentless. Because today, we the people have never needed to petition for grievances more, as we have never been threatened or aggrieved more in the history of the United States of America. There is a rogue and reckless industry that threatens our way of life and our children's future with an intent to deny all rights, freedoms, and privileges. We have complained and sought the assistance of our government at every level against the fossil fuel industry. Fossil fuel industry, whose mission it is to destroy our livable climate for their own financial profit. I have taken the right to petition government to neighborhood councils and associations, to city commission hearings, to city council meetings. I speak to the councils of governments, at the Board of Supervisors, at the state legislature, at the governor's office, in Congress, to the President of the United States. We work also with government agencies, the South Coast Air Quality Management District, the Coastal Commission, the Harbor Commission, the California Air Resources Board, the California Public Utilities Commission, the California Energy Commission. We go to all of them. But it's one thing to petition for grievances and assistance, and it's another thing to do so effectively. In order to succeed, you need to understand the one thing that 99% of all of our elected officials share, and all of their appointed government officials share, and that is a personal addiction to ego gratification. Ego is the most intoxicating and powerful drug in history, and most people running for office or elected to office today are mainlining it daily. And if you are not petitioning in ways that deliver that ego high, then you're just spitting into the wind and wasting your time. And you're probably motivated by your own ego gratification. Are you trying to make a point, or are you trying to make a difference? Petitioning your government to merely make a point does not make you the agent of change that we need today. We don't petition in comfort or security because we do fear both punishment and reprisals, as our government has been co-opted and captured by those who wreck the climate for profit and whose actions are driven by the Judas silver they covet above all else. Organizations like the paid propagandists of the Western Petroleum Institute control our elected representatives from both political parties, and their ethics and tactics make the mafia look like the Dalai Lama. They have already sold out your children, and there are no number of deaths or amount of destruction that will be too much for them. So as we watch environmental activists get murdered and assassinated in other countries, we do not feel immune or protected here. But true patriots cannot back down or shrink from their responsibility. just because they're at risk, whether it be from sellout politicians or the corporate terrorists whose bidding they do. I will not stop exercising my right to petition the redress of grievances until we get that redress and until the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are delivered fairly and justly to everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Shake on hands. That was a great speech.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joe. At this point